Jeanette is a nurse at Recura Health Center. Today, she is working in the non-communicable diseases clinic. You can see here that she chooses NCDs, and her first patient is Gassi Dusave. Gassi was referred to the NCD clinic after being treated for malaria, where the nurse noted that she had high blood pressure. So the first thing that we do is talk to Gassi about danger signs, and she denies any chest pain, vision changes, severe headaches, saying no. Then we do a routine symptom review. And here, Gassi tells us that she has a mild headache. She does not have any abdominal pain. She does have some mild increased thirst. We ask her about comorbidities, and Gassi explains that she was told she had gestational diabetes and pregnancy-related hypertension when she was pregnant with her child. Her child is now 6 months old and she's breastfeeding, but she stopped taking the medications after delivery. Here we ask her about any medications that could cause high blood pressure. She says no. She does say that she has taken methyldopa, but she's not currently taking it. And she's taken metformin, but not currently taking it, only during her pregnancy. Gassi does not drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes. She doesn't add salt to her food, and she generally eats a diet of vegetables and carbohydrates. Would not be difficult for her to come to the health center 4 times a year. And she does have people at home who can help her with care. She does have someone in her family with hypertension, that is her mom, but she does not know of anyone in her family that's had heart problems, and no one in her family has had diabetes. We do a physical exam, and Gassi has a blood pressure of 160/96, heart rate of 80, respiratory rate of 20, and a body temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. She has a normal physical exam. Her heart is normal rate and rhythm, no heart murmurs, no normal lung exam, no organomegaly, and no abdominal pain, and her extremities are all normal. And we do the laboratory testing. We're able to check a blood glucose in front of the patient. We performed it today, and the result is 260. We're going to do a creatinine, order this today, but we won't be able to get the result immediately because it's performed in the lab. And so that we will discuss in a moment. We're able to order a urine dipstick, and there are 2 forms in the health centers. We'll do the short dip. And again, this will be resulted in a little while at the laboratory. The patient is not known to be HIV positive. We're able to do a lab test, do it today. And this is a test that can be done in front of the patient. So Jeanette does the test, it's negative. And then also we do a pregnancy test. She is not currently pregnant. We do go ahead and repeat that test today. And again, that will be resulted at the laboratory. We are going to do lipid testing. That will be resulted later. And we will also do liver function testing, which will also be resulted later. Now we have done all of our physical exam, medical history, and laboratory evaluations, and we are going to wait until all of the lab results are back in the next hour or so, and we can spend our time also educating Gassi on the findings so far. Now, Jeanette, the nurse, goes back to the case management tool to see who has laboratory tests that are pending today. And here you can see that Gassi has her NCD lab results pending, and they are now ready. So we're going to go here and record those results. Here we'll enter in the creatinine. The urine dipstick is positive for protein, a pH of 5, no glucose in the urine. The pregnancy test is negative. And the lipid test shows that her total cholesterol is 150, her LDL is 85, HDL is 70, and triglycerides are 100. Now that we have all of the lab results as well, we start to provide additional health education and anticipatory guidance based on the diagnoses that we've identified. And here will also be the opportunity to provide additional information that we would want to convey to the patient. Here, the tool now advises which medication to be distributed to Ghazi. They are recommending methyl-dopa 250 milligrams, one by mouth twice a day, because she is breastfeeding. And also metformin 500 milligrams, one by mouth daily for newly diagnosed type 2 diabetes. And at this point, the nurse is distributing the medication, so we'll say yes. But in the future version of this app, this will be a recommendation, and these recommendations will be sent to the pharmacy. And then the pharmacist will check that the medication has been distributed or not. And if it has not been distributed, the pharmacist will document why, including patient was unable to pay, patient did not return to the pharmacy, or there was a stock out, for example. Then we recommend the follow-up visit in 1 month. And when we do this, we'll also be registering Ghazi with the community health worker in her village of Gahini, because, and that CHW will follow up with her within a week to review medication adherence and additional health education. And this provides a summary of the progress report. And here you can see any acute illnesses that Ghazi has had in the past. Here's the uncomplicated malaria that I mentioned earlier. She's also been diagnosed with COVID in the past, but now healthy. She has a history of diabetes mellitus type 2. We just diagnosed with this visit, stage 2 hypertension. She's on methyl-dopa and metformin. And this graph will eventually track the systolic and diastolic blood pressures for Ghazi over time, so she can see the success of the changes she is making in her life. And similar for her blood glucose, this will also be tracked over time. And once the health center has the capacity to do testing of hemoglobin A1Cs, this will also be tracked in this progress report. So you can see that she will return to the health center in 1 month, and we'll also follow up with the community health worker in 1 week. Thank you very much. We'll now end the encounter.